Hey guys, and welcome to another video. So this time we're going to do something new, and we're going to read some r/EntitledParents. Yes, I indeed made a Reddit account way slower than everybody else, considering that my YouTube was made in 2016. So let's just start reading this. I witnessed entitled my mother getting destroyed. I saw this today and I can't stop laughing. I was traveling in my city metro. It wasn't that much crowded at that time, but all the seats were occupied. Still, you could freely stand without being humped by a stranger. There was this kid sitting in the reversed seats, the ones for people with handicaps, running movement, and old people. Definitely not for moms of 2-year-olds. He was probably 14 or 15, I don't know. He's the hero of the story here. Then at one stop, our entire mother comes in. Or mom, I don't know. She has this cute little child who is trying to keep up with his mother's pace. I tell mom and suddenly sees our hero sitting at the reversed seats and just stares at him. I guess this was her way to make people automatically give away their seats or something. The kid didn't move though. This probably irked entire mom a lot, I guess, 'cause she moved towards the kid with the heavy steps. She comes near him, stop, and again does the stare. The kid doesn't budge. Then she starts screaming. If she didn't have the whole compartment's attention earlier, she had it now. She starts berating the kid for sitting in a reverse seat and not giving it for someone more deserving, like a mother like herself. With a young kid, I don't know what her logic was. The seats are reserved for them anyways. She just keeps shouting and screaming and tries to get others' opinion on it. And for a while, people were on her side. Then the kid, out of nowhere, rolls right side of his jeans up and detaches the artificial leg and keeps it in front of entitled mother. The look on her face was priceless. It looked like she was mortified and embarrassed at the same time. She just backed away silently and just cut off on the next stop. I don't think that was her stop. As someone who's disabled, that's the kind of shit I hate. Fuck people who are like that. Major props to the kid though. Just silent destruction. Jeez, y'all seem to like that. Okay, and thanks for the silver. If anyone else is here with an invisible disability like me and can't do dope shit like that, I think maybe just threatening to throw up and pass out may work to get them to fuck off. I hope. Next story is by Lord Wolf Deluxe. Also, the story that I narrated before was from What the Hell 431. I'm bad at reading numbers, okay. Entitled Mom wants to skip the line. Gets a lot more than she wanted. Edit. Conversation for temperature 35 degrees Celsius is 95 degrees Fahrenheit. I'll need to know detail. It was fucking hot. It was about 35 degrees Celsius, but it felt like 44. Important detail for later. So I was standing in line at the checkout at my local supermarket. I think in total I had about 10 items. Some frozen goods, drinks, and snacks. I usually tend to take out one of the buds of my phone, so in case someone addresses me, I would hear it. At this time, the woman at the cash register was taking care of the payment of one client, and there was one person in front of me. Basically, every time you go to a supermarket and go to a cash register. And then suddenly she appeared, the entire mother of the story. Now, honestly, she didn't look it. She didn't even give off a mean vibe or anything. Even the way she started talking to me was overall nice and polite. At first. Excuse me, do you mind if I skip ahead? I'm in a hurry. Now, in general, if somebody politely asks me this and I don't have any urgent business of my own, I usually don't mind. This time, however, I didn't have that many groceries, so our delay would be at most a few minutes. While she was pushing a fully loading shopping cart in front of her, so I would have let her skip, I'd probably still be in the store for another 10 or 20 minutes. So I politely declined and tell her I was in a hurry. I would hurry as much as I can. Of course, I don't think that's how you spell of course. This was a great offense. Offense? I don't know. I had not given this woman her entitlements. She blew up instantly, yelling and screaming at me that she was in a hurry and not kidding here. Had to be in home in time for her shows. Now, this time, I would like to point out that during this run, she only said she had to be home in time for shows, and that they were very important to her. There was nothing else making this urgent for her. This is important a bit later. Now, while this woman was going off, the person at the cash register went into ignore mode and just started scanning my groceries, which I loaded into a bag while entitled mother was going on about how I was garbage and they should ban me from the store. Now, this should have been the end of it. Just turn around and go home and forget this happened. But then she said something that, one, made me almost want to kill her, two, made this a possible story. While I was walking away, just about to put the earbud back in, she yells, "If you pass by my car, tell my son he's the reason he has to wait another half an hour for me." Now, I'm not an extremely smart person, but in this moment, my brain made some connections quickly. What I realized was this. One, it was very hot outside. Like, basically, if you stand in the car for like hours, you would probably want to die in that situation. Two, this woman had been in the store for a while. Yeah, as I said, 2 or 3 hours. Three, the entire parking lot of this store had almost no shade. Four, and what he means by shade means every car was getting hit by the sun, so people are getting fucked there. Four, it was about 2 p.m., so the sun was just over its peak. Basically, all the sunlight is going to kill you. I rush outside and start running past cars, scanning them for kids inside. Thankfully, one of the first cars I pass has a small child laying in the back seat. When you want to say something, don't say one of the first cars. You say one of the first cars. Keep that in mind. This kid is as pale as a ghost, sweating like crazy, and it looked like he was only half conscious. I run back inside, and to my utter astonishment, this bitch is having a conversation with the cashier while she's checking out her groceries. I grab her by the shoulders, spin her around, and yell almost straight to her face that her kid is literally dying in her car. And if she didn't do something right now, she would smash her windows and call the cops. At first, she looked at me in complete confusion. Probably never been spoken to like that before in her life. Then the realization of what I told her sunk in, and she rushed outside. While she went outside, a man tapped me on the shoulder and asked what had happened. I explained the situation, actually leaving out the bit at the cash register, just saying I saw the kid in the car and knew that this woman was probably the owner. He went outside, and when I came outside, the entire mother suddenly rushed me and got in my face. Not I'm in my face. Saying I was the reason she was in the store for so long and her son's current condition was my fault. Before, before I can even respond, the man that approached me earlier speaks up. Turns out this man was an off-duty cop and had been in the store for a while, and as such knew that the actual delay caused by me could not have caused this. He also said he had already called an ambulance for the kid, and the cops were. I know what happened to the entitled mom, but she completely crashed. She just sat down on the pavement and started shaking her head, not saying much except the occasional sob or, "It's not my fault." As for the ending, everything turned out okay for most parties. I stayed a while to give a statement to the cops and my contact info in case it went to court. The kid was okay afterwards, and since his mom got arrested, they called his dad or another male family member, I didn't ask, to accompany him to the hospital. As for the entitled mother, I'm assuming she is going to have to stand trial for child endangerment. Not sure if she'll just get a fine or jail time. Update. I was contacted by the police a few days ago, last Friday. I went to the station where they went over my statement. I asked if I wanted to add or amend something, and I said I didn't. They couldn't really tell me directly what was going to happen with the mother or the family in general, but said that the standard punishment when the child's not seriously hurt or dead is usually a gas fine. Oh no. GAS stands for Gemeentelijk Administrative Sanctity in Dutch and Municipal Administrative Sanction in English. I think it's kind of sad something bad has to happen before serious punishment is handed out. I do not know what the amount of the fine will be, but as much for me, it couldn't be high enough. I have not seen any of those people in the store or in the area in general, but I also don't know if they live near here or were just passing by the store by coincidence. Or maybe they are just avoiding the store. That's also possible. That will probably be the end of this tale. I know many of you hoped for something worse for the mother, but sadly life is not fair. But at least the child lived, and let's hope the mother learned a lesson. How can you be so stupid and leave your child in a car? Disgusting. To be honest, the shows probably did mean more to her. Comment by Sparkle G. Next post is by Brightside256. Update. Until mom breaks into my backyard to use my pool. Hi everyone, here's the link to my original post, aka Event 1. Oh, okay, let's read that. Background. I just recently had a new family move into my neighborhood. That neighborhood is relatively small and close-knit. That kind of neighborhood where everybody knows each other and we generally all get along well. We have a big block parties and shoot off fireworks together on holidays. The new family is a middle-aged couple with their 4 children. The kids' ages range from around 14 to 2. Well, that's young actually. The two, the 2-year-olds. That's actually pretty young. This incident is just the first of several problems that I have had with this family since they moved on. Entitled mom, crazy mother. K1, one of her kids around 14 years old. Me, the one and only me. I was hanging out in the living room, just relaxing and watching TV. From the couch, I have a clear view into my backyard. That's when I noticed the retractable cover of my swimming pool began to roll up. I was home alone, and no one else that has access to my backyard. For insurance reason, I have to lock on my back gate because of the pool. The gate always remains locked, as we would be liable if anything was to happen in the yard. I rush outside and see what's going on. That's when I see crazy mother standing next to my pool with her 4 children. They are dressed in their swimsuits, and crazy mother is rolling up to the cover of my pool. Excuse me, what do you think you're doing in my backyards? Crazy mother. My kids have been well behaved today and they want to go for a swim. I saw that you have a pool, so we are going for a dip. This is not a public pool, crazy mother, and you are on my private property. I need you to get out of my backyard now. I never told you that you are allowed to come on my property without permission. Oh no. This is 1 a.m. I can't scream. Crazy mother. Who the hell do you think you are? Is a very hot day, and my kids want to go for a swim, and they will. Not in my private pool, they will not. How do you even get in my yard anyway? The gate is locked. Fuck off! In my own neighborhood, we did this all the time. My kids are going for a swim now, and you will not even know we are here. You are just being selfish, and I will not allow my babies to suffer because of your bad mood. Me, not angry. I will not ask again, crazy mama, crazy mother. You either get the hell off my property now, or I will call the police. You're not using my pool, and that is final. Crazy mother finally gets the cover off. Okay, kids, jump on in. Don't listen to this stupid bitch. 14-year-old. Yeah, you stupid bitch. We are going for a swim now, and you cannot stop us. That's it. I am calling the police. Crazy mother now sees that I am serious and tries to reason with me. Crazy mother. You would really not allow 4 kids to go for a swim on a hot day? What kind of heartless person are you? Just leave us go swimming for an hour and we will leave. Don't you want to be a good neighbor to us? No, I do not. You just broke into my backyard without permission? Please get off my property now. His mother starts to mumble about something to her kids, and then she grabs her 2 youngest kids and starts to walk out of my yard. I then turn around and see her 2 oldest boys still standing by the pool. I start to walk over to them and to go with entitled mother, and that's when I see what they're doing. Her 2 oldest housebonds are peeing into my bowl. Maybe that will teach you to be a better neighbor, you stupid bitch. Me grabs the arm of the 2 oldest and pushes them off the gate. Get the fuck off my property, disgusting little shits. Don't you dare lay a hand on my babies, or I will call the police on you. Who do you think they will believe? A good mommy or a pathetic little bitch like you? You just got what you deserve. Enjoy swimming in your piss pool. They then all walk off laughing as they went back to their house. I was in complete shock and I didn't know what to do. I now wish I called the police this first incident, but sadly I did not. And things have since escalated with his family. Remember how I said that I had a lock on the gates? I later found it broken on the ground. I have no idea what they used to smash it, but they were successful. I have since purchased a much more heavy-duty lock. Whew. Next video, I'll just check the second post this person made, and I'll see you guys next time.